Hey, good afternoon. My name is Suboma Wokoma. I am the founder of Empower Your Money and the Dot Money brand. I want to talk to you today about credit. We know that credit is king in this country. Credit helps you on a whole. There's several things you want to do that credit matters. You want to buy a home. You want to buy a car, you want to start a business. All of this is affected by credit. But there is one important thing that helps in your overall credit viability, and that is credit cards. We want to talk about credit cards. I want to give you 10 reasons why you need credit card. 10 reasons why you need credit card. There are a lot of information out there why you do not need to use a credit card, and some people don't use a credit card because it's difficult to manage. They think it's difficult to understand and difficult to manage. Well, I think everything that is important to us in life is it takes some learning, and you would have to learn how to use this, learn the basics, develop yourself in it, and know how to master it so that you can leverage the opportunity that this gives you. And so that is really not an excuse, because you learn to drive a car because it's important to get from point A to point B. Well, it's important for you to get yourself from where you are financially to where you need to be, and so it's important to learn how to use a credit card. Habits. Some people do not use credit cards because they tend to spend more when they use a credit card. Yes, that's a discipline problem. We need to work on carrying money on the credit cards around without spending them. It's not your money, it's on the card, it's in your possession, but it's not your money. And so working on this, we're going to be working on with our community, helping us understand the psychology behind spending, when to spend, when not to spend. All of these are lessons that we need to learn. But the number one thing is the money is not yours. It's on your card, but it's not yours. Why do you have it in your possession? You have that money in your possession for strategic spending, for strategic use. And so we're going to be working on a few things, but I want to highlight a few strategic financial uses for credit cards, and that will be included in my 10 reasons. But the second reason that you tend to spend money when you have it on a credit card is actually an habitual problem. It's actually more of a discipline problem than a credit card issue. But you can learn to manage credit cards responsibly. We're going to do videos on how to choose the right credit card and how to use the right credit card responsibly. And so I'm going to go into the 10 reasons why you need a credit card. Number one, it is the basis on which credit is the basis on which this country runs. It's the basis on which this country is built on. This country thrives on credit. It's something that you have to learn. You cannot out of the bat choose not to take advantage or leverage an opportunity that exists in the country. We can talk about debt and what it means spiritually and the spiritual significance of debt and all of that. We can talk about all of that, but you have to understand this country thrives on debt and credit, and we have to learn how to manage and how to use this the right way. There's a right way to use debt, there's a right way to use credit, and there's a wrong way to use credit and debt. And this is why we have Empower Your Money walking you through how to maximize this. This economy depends on credit. You will need to use credit, and so that's the one reason why we have to make sure that we're not leaving any money on the table. Number two, you would have to make a big purchase at some point. You would need to buy a home or a car. Some cases you want to buy a home. It's, I don't know how many people, very few people will save money and go buy a home cash. So most Americans, so most of you I'm talking to, when you're buying a home, you're buying a new home or a bigger home, would need to get a loan from a bank, and they need to see your track record and how you've dealt with money and how you've dealt with credit in general. And a credit card is a good way to build your financial profile. It's a good way to convince banks that you are a worthy person to take the bet on. And so we go to number three. The number three reason is because you have your credit card for emergencies. It's an emergency fund. It's a source of emergency funds. When you could have moved into your brand new home and everything is going rosy. You come back from work one day and your AC is broken. Well, you find out that it takes $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 to repair your air conditioning. If you don't have cash with you, you will need a credit card even when you have cash. Sometimes I think it's wiser to use a credit card, but you would not leave your kids with a hair conditioning, you need to put that on an emergency fund. That is one good use of an emergency fund. The fourth reason, it's a quick way to do certain business transactions. Hey, you can have good credit and some money in your credit card. There's a quick opportunity for you to buy something and sell something real quick, do some quick transactions, earn yourself some money. A credit card is a good way, it's a good source of finance for quick business opportunities. Number 5, rewards. I love rewards. I hope you love rewards too. You can get rewards, you can get cash back on rewards, you can get flyer miles, you can get a whole bunch of rewards. Everybody's rewarding everybody these days. There's no reason why you should leave that money on the table. I know somebody who already has $10,000 of cash back on a credit card and they've not used it. It's just there, sitting for an opportunity to be used. And so these are things that we need to take advantage of. It's money on the table. Do not leave any money on the table. Number 6, it's a source of revolving cash, monthly revolving cash. You could be expecting your salary in 3 days and you quickly need to pay a bill or whatever. You don't want to incur late fees. You don't want to incur penalties on your bills. Go ahead and put in a credit card. When your salary comes, go ahead and settle your account and make sure that you're in the right setting. But you need a stable source of an emergency source where you can use in paying bills if you have to. Number seven, insurance. Credit card are insured. They're insured up to a certain amount of money. And the truth about it is you shouldn't use your debit card on websites. You shouldn't be using a debit card to buy things online because it's not insured. But with a credit card, you can contest charges and you can actually get your money refunded to you. So it's the best way to do. Matter of fact, it might be the only way to buy certain things. You go buy certain things, that's the only way. You want to go rent a car, they need a credit card on file because credit cards are actually it's a way for them to know that they can recoup that money if anything happens to your car. And so you need a credit card. Number 9, you international purchases. It is a great deal. I found out that I wasn't charged taxes when I went to a store in the UK because I used an American credit card. These are benefits. Don't leave any money on the table. And the last, number 10, sign-up bonuses. These days they're giving up to $500 in sign-up bonus when you sign up for a new credit card, and then you buy up to maybe spend up to $2,000 over 3 months or whatever. Well, you actually spend that money after all. Why not do that? This is free money sitting right there on the table. And so these are 10 quick ways for you to know 10 quick reasons why you need a credit card. We're going to be coming back with a series of videos on how to choose a credit card, how to responsibly use a credit card, and so much more. Empower Your Money is willing and created to walk this financial journey with you. Welcome. I look forward to connecting with you again. Until we meet, I want you to spend some time liking us on Facebook, on YouTube, and on